Jai Sai Ram. Sri Sai Satcharitra, Chapter 13, Part 1. More Sai Leelas. Disease cured. Bhimaji Patil. Bala Shimpi. Babu Saheb Bhuti. Anandi Swami. Kaka Mahajani. Dastopant of Harda. The inscrutable power of Maya. Baba's words were always short, pithy, deep, full of meaning, efficient and well balanced. He was ever content and never cared for anything. He said, "Though I have become a fakir, have no house or wife, and though leaving of all cares I have stayed at one place, the inevitable Maya teases me often. Though I forgot myself, I cannot forget her. She always envelops me. This Maya, elusive power of the Lord, Sri Hari, teases God Brahma and others. Then what to speak of a poor fakir like me? Those who take refuge in the Lord will be freed from her clutches with His grace." In such terms, Baba spoke about the power of Maya. Lord Sri Krishna has said to Uddhava in the Bhagavat that the saints are his living forms, and see what Baba has said for the welfare of his devotees. Those who are fortunate and whose demerits have vanished, take to my worship. If you always say Sai Sai, I shall take you over the seven seas. Believe in these words, and you will be certainly benefited. I do not need any paraphernalia or worship, either eightfold or 16-fold. I rest there where there is full devotion. Now read what Sai, the friend of those who surrendered themselves to him, did for their welfare. Bhimaji Patil. 1. Bhimaji Patil of Narayan Gaon, Taluka, Jumnar, District Pune, suffered in the year 1909 AD from a severe and chronic chest disease, which ultimately developed into tuberculosis. He tried all sorts of pathos, but to no effect. Losing all hopes, he ultimately prayed to God, "O Lord Narayana, help me now." It is a well-known fact that when our circumstances are well off, we do not remember God, but when calamities and adversities overtake us, we are reminded of Him. So Bhimaji now turned to God. It occurred to him that he should consult Mr. Nana Sahib Chandorkar, a great devotee of Baba in this respect. So he wrote to him a letter giving all details of his malady and asking him for his opinion. In reply, Mr. Nana Sahib wrote to him that there was only one remedy left, and that was to have recourse to Baba's feet. Relying on Mr. Nana Sahib's advice, he made preparations for going to Shirdi. He was brought to Shirdi and taken to the masjid and placed before Baba. Mr. Nana Sahib and Shama Madhavrao Deshpande were then present. Baba pointed out that the disease was due to his previous evil karma and was not at first disposed to interfere. But the patient cried out in despair that he was helpless and sought refuge in him, and as he was his last hope, and prayed for mercy. Then Baba's heart melted and he said, "Stay cast off your anxiety. Your sufferings have come to an end, however oppressed and troubled one may be. As soon as he steps into this masjid, he is on the pathway to happiness. The fakir here is very kind, and he will cure the disease and protect all with love and kindness." The patient vomited blood every 5 minutes, and there was no vomiting in the presence of Baba. From that time, Baba uttered the words of hope and mercy. The malady took a favorable turn. Baba asked him to stay in Bhimaji's house, which was not a convenient and healthy place, but Baba's order has to be obeyed. While he was staying there, Baba cured him by 2 dreams. In the first dream, he saw himself as a boy suffering the severe pain of a flogging, which he received for not reciting the Swami poetry lesson before his class master. In the second dream, someone caused him intense pain and torture by rolling a stone up and down over his chest. With the pain thus suffered in dream, his cure was complete, and he went home. He then often came to Shirdi, gratefully remembering what Baba did for him, and prostrated before him. Baba also did not expect anything from devotees but grateful remembrance, unchanging faith and devotion. People in Maharashtra always celebrate Satyanarayana Puja in their homes every fortnight or a month. But it was this Bhimaji Patil who started a new Sai Satyavrata Puja instead of Satyanarayana Puja in his house when he returned to his village. Bala Ganpat Shimpi, another devotee of Baba by name Bala Ganpat Shimpi, suffered much from a malignant type of malaria. He tried all sorts of medicines and decoctions, but in vain. The fever did not abate a jot. So he ran to Shiradi and fell on Baba's feet. Baba gave him a strange recipe, in this case as follows. Give a black dog some morsels of rice mixed with curds in front of Lakshmi temple. Bala Shimpi did not know how to execute the recipe, but no sooner he went home, there he found rice and curds. After mixing them together, he brought the mixture near the Lakshmi temple when he found a black dog waving its tail. He placed the curds and rice before the dog ate it, and strange to say, Bala got rid of this malaria. Babu Saheb Bhuti, Shriman Babu Saheb Bhuti suffered once from dysentery and vomiting. His cupboards was full of patent drugs and medicines, but none of them had any effect. Babu Saheb got very weak on account of purgings and vomitings, and therefore he was not able to go to the masjids for Baba's darshan. Baba then sent for him and made him sit before him and said, "Now take care, you should not purge any more." And waving his index finger, the vomiting must also stop. Now look at the force of Baba's words. Both the maladies took to their heels, and Bhuti felt very well. Jai Sai Ram.